Kim, it's good to see you. Today we're talking about two pros and two cons of target date funds. Target date funds, of course, are a popular option for passive investors, but it's really important to know those pros and cons. So let's just start at the beginning. What is a target date fund?
So target date funds are really popular and prominent in employer plans and 401ks, 403bs. So normally when you sign up for a plan, you're kind of sectioned off into a target date retirement fund. You select the retirement date that's closest to when you think you're going to retire. And then it's just a pre-planned fund that's comprised of equities and bonds. And the theory is as you get closer to that retirement date, it gets more conservative and more heavy in bonds and less heavy in equities. So it kind of has this predestined path that glides you along the way as you get closer to that date.
Okay, so now I want to again break down those pros and cons. So let's start with the first pro, which is simplicity. All I do, like you mentioned, plug in my retirement date and I'm done.
Yes. So for people that don't know what they're doing or don't want to learn about what they're doing, but they know they should be investing, target date funds are just a great track to be running on because, like you said, you just plug in your date and then it starts investing on its own. No other thought is put into it.
Okay. The second pro that we're bringing up here, tinkering prevention, which minimizes me going in and fiddling with things.
Right. That is the theory. So employer plans usually have the target date funds and then a couple other funds that you could go in and choose yourself. So the theory, again, with the target date fund is it's a kind of sit it and forget it. You never have to tinker with it. So that can be a pro, is that it stops preventing people from going in and saying, well, I think I need to get more conservative or more aggressive now, because again, it's just on that predestined path.
Okay, now let's talk about those cons. One size does not always fit all, especially when, Kim, as we've talked about many times this year, bonds are really not doing well.
Right. So normally when equities go down, bonds go up to help offset people with a balanced portfolio. But this year we're seeing both equities and bonds retract. So one bad thing about target date funds is it's only going to do one thing. It's going to be invested in equities, domestic and international. It's going to be invested in bonds, domestic and international. And there's no other options outside of that. Now, for people that have reached age 59 and a half, they have an option that's called an in-service distribution, where you can roll out of an employer plan and choose now the world of investment choices. So just to think that you can choose that target date fund and then sit it and forget it up to that retirement date can be a mistake for people.
And then the last con that we wanted to hit on, of course, it's not seeing the whole picture. As we mentioned, this relies on just one variable, which is your expected retirement date.
Correct. It does not take into consideration, how heavily you'll need the funds at retirement, when you'll need the funds at retirement, because some people need to start drawing on those assets right away. Some people can defer it later on. So it doesn't take any of those other variables into account. So it can be, again, not appropriate to just sit it and forget it, which the target date fund is designed to do.
Okay. Kim, this was helpful. If somebody would like your help, maybe looking at their portfolio or their target date fund, what's the best way to reach you?
The best way to interact with us is to go to our website. You can see more information on us, www.young-wm.com, and there will be all the different ways that you can contact us on there.
All right. Kim, thank you.
Thank you.